Today on the Citi Newsroom, we are at Mepe in the Northern District of the Volta region. We're trying to assess the impacts of this spillage from the Akosombo Dam on the people of this community and other communities here. What you see here are residents who are stuck on this roof with nowhere to go, no options rather than to seek shelter on the roof. I'll try and have a conversation with them. They're actually using a ladder to climb to the top, and I'm also going to try and use this ladder, and hopefully I don't fall into the flood waters. All right, so what I'm doing is using the aid of a ladder, trying to climb up and have a conversation with these residents who are unfortunately stuck on their roof. Okay. Hello, everybody. All right. So you see here, they have packed their belongings here. Hello, sir.
I'm from Mepe traditional Northern District.
Okay.
And this is our things, and this is our house. Then when the water come and remove us, we climb the top of the this in our house. There is no place where we shall pack our anything. So we are just on top of the sunshine, and the sunshine also disturbing us. So this is our issue.
Were you given any prior information? Were you warned before the spillage?
No. There is no this thing given to us.
You were not given any notice?
No.
Since this thing happened, how have you been faring? Have you had anything to eat? Have you been able to do any cooking or anything?
And now, as we know that if you are coming here, you see people eating here. We are just crapping here, and some people, you see our crew pot over there. And we are using it for cooking and everything.
So basically, this is your home now. I mean,
Yes,
for the time being. Are you hoping that someone will come to your aid? Have you heard from NADMO?
NADMO people came here yesterday night. Yeah.
Did they give you anything?
No. They just give us explanation. If the water wants to disturb us, we should cramp here, and before they will find some solution to us and some place to go.
We're still here at Mepe in the Volta region. The devastation here from the spillage of the Akosombo Dam is visible. You can see in your shot, you see buildings completely submerged. To actually the window levels, the water has actually devastated these people here. You see, that's a story building. For this particular building, it's just left with the roofing. You can only see the roofing. There's also one here. Everything. I can imagine what is happening in that room if you have your belongings in there. If you can salvage anything. We're told that there are people in where? Oh, so yeah, this is where people live their lives on a daily basis. They wake up one day and they are unable to access their rooms. They're unable to access their daily lives. Completely changed for them overnight. Now they have to seek shelter elsewhere, seek shelter at higher grounds. We're told that some of them have moved into other villages around to stay with family and friends who are willing to give them a place to stay. We continue our engagement with the victims of the flooding situation that has happened in parts of the Volta and eastern regions due to the spillage of the Akosombo Dam. We've moved from North Tong to Central Tong, and we're joined by the Member of Parliament for Central Tong, the Honorable Roosevelt Hutouje. I hope I got the surname right.
Hutouje, yes.
Hutouje.
Yes.
Honorable, I mean, devastation all over. Your people are going through a lot.
As you can see, for the past 3 days, we had sleepless nights, and the situation continues being very precarious. This morning, as you can see, this is the road to Mafi, Devime. But when getting to Devime, you have to cross 2 different creeks before you get there. It's as a result of the spillage. And the situation as of now is that our people have lost their livelihood. As you see it here, it has gone to all the places. If you go here, the whole place is swampy. So they've lost bands of maize, they've lost granite, they've lost cassava, and everything. They have come to a knot. Those that are fishermen cannot go for fishing. I am a member of parliament. My district chief executive is there. I have assembly members, and they've all claimed that they've not been engaged. Then who have you engaged? So it means, therefore, that nothing of the sort was done. At least they would have put up on some kind of alert for us to know. People would have taken their harvested crops. People would have uprooted the cassava that are grown. People would have made sure that they remove their maize that have been stored on barns. But all these things were there. Would you believe that you'll be told that this thing will be done? And you leave what you have toiled for there to be washed away by the river or by the spillage? No. It means that nothing was done. That is a clear indication. So I was telling them in the face that we didn't like. This is an area, this is the lower part of the Volta River, and we suffered most. Disadvantage when the Akosombo Dam was constructed. Our people were not given any compensation. What we see, our people have lost their livelihood. These places, there were places that they were harvesting oyster, but today you can't even find a single oyster. So they are out of their jobs. Those who are doing farming, the places have been got flooded and they are now infertile. You can't do it. So most of my people are compelled to go to Bupe and others to do farming and other things. You understand?
Do you intend to do
they
something
come
about
back blind because of Uncle Sakaisis there? Look at the way we are suffering.
Do you intend to do something about the situation when Parliament reconvenes in a few
For
weeks?
sure. I'm going to make a statement on the floor of the House to bring to the fore the ordeal that has been meted out to us by this action.
So give us an estimation of the people.
So far, as many as 30 communities have been affected in my district. 30 communities. And the town here is a big town. This one is a big town. Just imagine the number of people who are residing in these communities. So we are talking about 10,000, 15,000 and above affected. And go and look at that vis-a-vis the items that were brought by NADBO. It's insulting and nauseating.
We're still within the Central Town District. Currently we're at Zorotoji. NADMO officials and VRA officials are collaborating to provide relief items for the affected victims. So you can see in your shots some buckets, some bags of rice, some bags of rice and some oils, mosquito nets being provided for the victims. And then you began distribution yesterday.
No, you have to take data, know the sad people you are distributing to, in order to prevent chaos, as in those who are not really flooded and they may come for the things, and those who are really flooded will be stranded. So we've moved some people to their safe haven as at yesterday night, as at 11 a.m. in the
Where have you moved them to?
One is this place. There's an island. Central Town, we are looking at 2 major islands. We have Siamekome and then Abadiwekome. Those that are in Abadiwekome have 2 places. Abadiwekome, you go to Abadiwekome, then you have to cross again to the next village. So you have to move. It means you cross 3 rivers at a go to get there. So we moved all those who are at Abadiwekome and the next island to this place, which is New Bakpa. This place, we call it Zorotoji. New Bakpa, Zorotoji. So all those who are in Abadiwekome, the whole island moved to this place. We don't want anybody to be there again. Then we move all those who are in Siamekome to Adidoma Farm Institute. So they are there now. And some has voluntarily evacuated themselves, gathered in a house, and we've taken data of all those ones. So now that we are done with the data taking, we are here to distribute what NADMO through VRA has given us. Thank you.
In our engagements with the residents and even some of the traditional authorities, they tell us the items you're distributing, they are not enough.
You know, VRA is not looking at only Central Tongue. North Tongue is part, Central Tongue is part, South Tongue is part. The Deputy Director for VRA and then the DG for NADMO informed us yesterday that what they brought is just a first phase. There will be more coming. But they want to be cushioning the people based on how the whole thing is going. And our understanding is that this is just the beginning. More will come.
We are fortunate as the Volta River Authority and as Ghana. We have a very big reservoir. So normally we wouldn't spill on annual basis. However, we have a situation where we've had very good inflows for a period of time. And this year specifically, we've also had very, very good inflows. And so the capacity of the reservoir, once it gets to a certain level, there is the need to allow the water to pass through the spillway gates so that you don't have the situation where the water gets to the top and then overtops the dam. If you have that scenario, then it means that we stand the danger of collapsing the dam. And so we've gotten to that point.
All right, so you heard from the VRA, there's a likelihood that more water will be spilled. My colleague Freduho, he's here with me when the situation calls for it. My colleague Freduho, he's also been engaging some of the affected residents. There's power outage currently within the affected communities. He also spoke to the regional engineer for the Electricity Company of Ghana.
From these drone footages paint a picture of some people who are totally devastated. They've been submerged as far as their buildings, their properties are concerned. A number of them are looking for means to leave these places. Most of them couldn't salvage any of their personal effects until because the water came so suddenly and they had no place to go. Those who managed to pack some of their items are basically packing them into buses and about to go to higher grounds, relocate to other locations to find a place to stay in the meantime until the issue subsides a bit. Now let's speak to a woman here who is basically packing her things to go somewhere. Mommy, welcome to Citi News.
Thank you.
Now, where are you packing these items to?
Right now, I don't know where I'm going, but precisely I wanted to move to Sege area. There is a village before Sege, so I wanted to move to that place. Maybe that place will be safer than where I am.
Mepe in the North Tongue district in the Volta region. That is all along the bank of the Volta Lake. So as of now, residents are managing to bring out, those that are not yet affected by the situation are managing to flee from their home before the water gets to where they are located. But I can tell you that a number of houses we've seen so far are totally submerged in the water. And the water, according to residents, was about some 50 meters away as of yesterday. But this morning is almost catching up with the main road that is in the main community. You can see in your shot there some people bringing out their pillows, their wardrobes, and other things. There are mattresses here. So now the only means by which they can convey their properties out is by canoe. And the only means you can access your home is to use the canoe. And most of them are just not happy with the situation. I spoke to some of them earlier who mentioned that this is the very first time they are witnessing this ever since they were born in this community. Tell us, where do you live specifically?
I stay at Pentecost, behind Pentecost.
So in any case, are you affected by this whole flooding?
Yes, I have been affected just yesterday. My whole house has been flooded or submerged. Yes.
And how did you manage to cope? You seem a bit okay this morning.
Yes, I feel a bit okay. I packed my things to Bato.
Oh, okay. So you've moved to the neighboring community, which is Bato?
Yes, please.
That's interesting. Have you ever witnessed such a thing before?
No, this is my first time. But according to history, they say it has happened before. But around 1968 thereabouts.
Oh, okay. That is quite a long time that I don't even think you were born by then.
No.
Anyway, so a number of them here are waiting patiently on Nadmo. You see people paddling their canoe on the water just to access their home at the other end.
My concern is that we used to initially access water from the main river over there, but due to the spillage, we can no more access the water from the other side, and we've been disconnected from using the electricity we have in our town, which is a source of pumping the pipe that we get drinking water from. So as it stands, there's no drinking water in town. We are calling on government to bring us drinking water and food, because the food vendors cannot come out and sell for us because they don't even know where to locate theirs. They are saving their lives, and they've left all their food stuff inside the room, and the water has come to what take over from there. So it is making it so difficult for us to even get food and good drinking water. Since last night, I've not taken water.
So we are currently in the South Tong district, which has the capital as Sugakope. And Sugakope has the substation for the Gridco and the Electricity Company of Ghana. So literally, this is where Gridco receives or transmits power to, and ECG then takes distribution to individual homes. And as we speak, there is a statement to the effect that this place needs to be shut down, and they've since proceeded to shut it down just to allow for the water to recede before they can connect or supply power to individual homes. Now let's speak to Michael Boaben, the regional engineer for the Electricity Company of Ghana in the Volta region. They are here to assess the situation. What have you found so far?
What has happened, we all know what has happened because of the spillage from the Volta Dam. And as a result, the inflow to the substation, for two reasons, we needed to isolate the substation for safety and also for reliability of power supply. And so as we speak, the substation is completely isolated. The workmen you see there are trying to salvage instruments and other critical equipment that needs to be taken care of. And so that's the situation. The station is off. And we are seeing how we can best supply our customers.
Did the water get to this facility before it was shut down, or you preempted this and you quickly went in to shut it down?
Well, it started coming, and we saw that, no, we needed to evacuate power from the place. And so yesterday, I think about the district manager called, we did the assessment on phone and all that, and we saw that, no, we need to take the power off.
Is anything damaged in there?
No.
How did the water get to you in the first place?
I know the place is an island, and because of the spillage, all the force, and it's at the lower side of the river, all the force from the river up hit the island so very well, so that and most people were displaced.
As we speak, these people you see under this tree taking shade are basically waiting for some sort of relief items. As to where they'll be sleeping, I want to believe they'll be taking shelter in various homes in this particular community.